Hola. We have-
Hello, everybody.
You didn't pause the music.
Oh, I need to pause the music. There we go. Music's paused. Hey, guys. Welcome to Platinum Division.
Are you hearing... I'm hearing something.
Oh, there's something going on? Oh my god, there's another League of Legends game playing.
Whoa, that's weird.
I didn't know that was even a thing.
I'm just gonna close out of that right there.
We have two games open at once. I didn't know that the League client could even do that.
Alright, so... we don't have a whole lot of viewers at the moment, but...
It says 8. Who knows?
But anyways, Internet hello and welcome to OKLCS Season 3, Week 2. We're getting into 4 Platinum Cap games for you tonight. We're going to be starting off with a game between Pizza Lord's Rebirth and Team, both of them coming off of a win last week.
Always makes for good matchups.
Yeah,
when both teams won last week, you're like, who's going to take it this week?
Yeah, who's going to go 2-0? So we'll go ahead and get that in right there and start us off.
Yep.
And we gotta
unpause it. Yep, there it goes.
Alright, so of course, Pizza Lord's Rebirth on the blue side, Team on the red side. We have some interesting team composition. Definitely the better front line on the side of Team with Nautilus, Hecarim, both very good scaling tanks in the top lane and jungle.
Yeah, that Tom pick's gonna do a pretty good job, I think. When you have a Nautilus and a Hecarim, that's a really easy way to pull someone out of some serious damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the Nautilus ult just disappears when Tom eats somebody.
Yeah, it'll just like dissipate because it no longer has a target.
So they've got that going for them. Synergy-wise, though, on the side of PLR, I don't know. Their comp doesn't seem like it has a ton of synergy.
Yeah, the best you got there is having Chain of Corruption spread to a bunch of people, maybe shockwaving a bunch of people so that Parallelogram can get a big Alawi ult off. But really, it's not a whole lot. It's just like, can you land their thing on multiple people so that other people can
I personally like Alawi as a pick, even if you're in like some non-professional organized play, but you really have to have the initiation somewhere else on your team because the top laner has 0 initiation.
Gold advantage over to Team. They got that ward down. Especially, it's on Padova too. That's the person you want that on. The 80 carry.
But they don't have anybody to provide any sort of initiation, so Alawi just is going to eat a lot of damage as she walks into the enemy team.
Well, I mean, you kind of have initiation with Chain of Corruption, but that's not always the most reliable thing, and it's definitely very dependent on Team making a mistake at sending someone they don't want to get snared.
My game audio was a smidge buggy today, and I actually lowered the volume quite a bit because it didn't seem to be interacting with it, so sorry, we're going to raise the volume a little bit there because it was a bit quiet.
But of course, I mean, if you can pull everybody into the ball and shockwave them all together for Parallelogram to get a big Alawi ult off, just start the tentacle slapping.
Slapping it's like this is very fun Alawi. I'm not gonna lie. And she's, especially against a champion like Nautilus, she's gonna be a tough champion for them to deal with because she can easily take a 2v1 against Hecarim Nautilus. They're not high damage champions.
Yeah.
The damage they do is kind of over time, but she has some pretty solid overtime healing. I doubt either of them goes a Executioner's Calling.
This is interesting. So DATV has gone for a Rejuvenation bead with his talisman.
No pots. It's a brave soul. What is he going to build them into? I guess there's items that you can build it into, but not any that I don't think that Hecarim builds.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I guess you could go like for a Righteous Glory, something out of the Crystalline Bracer. That would be the only real explanation.
Yeah, we started fixing that other little technical error, and now we forgot to do this one. Yeah. We'll fix that right now.
Alright, that's a little bit of action going down in the bottom lane. Of course,
that shipment takes a lot of damage there.
yeah, that ranged versus melee matchup in the support role really can be very dictating in the lane.
Lulu's a support that in solo queue has garnered a lot of popularity lately. Her play rate and win rate has gone up quite a bit on Champion DG. And it's been slowly climbing.
Devour up Lost Sheep just so that he doesn't take too much harass damage, but now that's down. If DHEV had been in the area, he could have just come in off of that one.
Tom is a scary support when he gets on top of your AD carry, but somebody like Ashe and Lulu might be able to kite him well enough that they'll never really get to... Tom will just get abused in that lane.
And this is a really bad matchup for a tall guy in the top lane, playing this Nautilus up against a Lowy.
She's going to rush a Black Cleaver too, making it hard for him to really mitigate too much of her damage. Lowy's probably a champion that suffers a bit from the changes to Black Cleaver though, that they've made recently. Well,
yeah, she definitely probably preferred the AD from it rather than the extra HP you're getting after the change. Nasty Gnome hitting in the bottom lane. He throws down a block, gets the backstab damage on the pot of it, but not too much damage, especially with the shield from Help Picks. Nasty Gnome actually gets it turned around on him. Takes a lot of damage and probably is going to be forced to recall here. DHEV already forced to recall.
With how close Padova was to that bush, they probably saw the
orange
kind
mist.
the orange mist that you see poof in the Fog of War whenever Shaco does something. I wish that they would actually get rid of that and maybe give Shaco some nerfs somewhere else if he needed to after that change. Just because, I don't know. If you're very attentive,
yeah, it's a little bit too
the purpose.
Powerful, like in terms of counterplay to Shaco. Especially with something that Shaco needs.
That's what exactly. I don't know. So that's always been something that annoys me a little bit. That if you just happen to be looking or you being very attentive to see him coming, and that just defeats the purpose of it.
But yeah, the ATB with that rejuvenation bead start really hurt him. He had to pick up the upgrade to his jungle item as well as the refillable potion he should have started with anyway. Here we go, gank on a parallelogram. He just barrels into him. Probably just heals him back up with that tentacle lash. I don't know what it's called actually.
I think it's called Slam.
Tentacle Slam?
It's either Slam or Tentacle Slam, yeah. Something about slamming.
Yeah. Padova pulling himself quite a bit ahead in terms of CS over Lost Sheep thanks to that matchup and that harass he got down. Tall guy teleporting back into lane, picked up a bombing cinder.
You can see why they really want to try to give tank supports especially some love, because they're having a hard time against a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the Bond of Stone changes, I think, are going to do wonders for a lot of champions like, I don't know, I feel like Braum could do a decent job with it.
The thing is, it's like, range supports are obviously supposed to win lane against tank supports. The problem happens when range supports are also still being better later on in the game than tank supports.
Yeah, and they have some good changes, especially the Bond of Stone changes. Although Nautilus might be overpowered a little bit with how easily he'll...
Yeah, it won't be called Bond of Stone anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't even know what it is.
I can't. I read the name and I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. I don't remember. Maybe someone in the chat can help us out.
But anyway, it is a really cool change. I'm really excited to see that keystone be more relevant.
Like we mentioned before, their patch might be Tuesday, but it's hard to tell the right at the time. Sometimes it's Wednesday, sometimes it's Thursday. But might be Tuesday. And if it's not Tuesday, then we'll be doing the gold instead.
So Tall Guy caught himself back up in CS. He does not have his teleport. Parallelogram will. Who's gonna recall now, pick up probably the Phage coming out. Oh, DHEV gonna not do anything.
Probably didn't need to flash there, but they played it safe.
Yeah, Nedgeneedly flashes away after DHEV had already turned himself around. Tall Guy taking the brunt of this damage here.
Tall Guy's doing a good job on this Nautilus pick. He's ahead in CS slightly, and Lowy's generally, especially against tanks, a hard champion to start to lose out on CS on. You've got a lot of wave clear, a lot of ways to not miss CS.
Yeah. And John Zoid actually pulling himself pretty decently far ahead of Wildhoffmeister as well. John Zoid playing the Orianna last week had some really impressive shockwaves. And of course, Orianna very highly considered one of the better mid lane picks once again.
Always finds her way back into the meta.
And she's always good in lane. She's always got the shockwave utility later on. Okay, coming to the lane, but oh we go. There's the ultimate, knocks down some tentacles, knocks down about half of Tall Guy's HP as well as
more than half.
More
He's
than
down to
half
about
now.
a third or fourth.
Oh, and Janet Crystal on the Lush Sheep, but eventually he's just standing right there, ready to devour him up. They throw him over there. Wildtop Monster turns on the Lush Sheep, forces the flash and the heal. Next Neatly gonna take a lot of damage, but there's the Grey Held. Chaos Storm is ticking away, but he will live. One more tick, not gonna be enough to take him out. That was really interesting for Padova to use the Enchanted Crystal Arrow on the Lush Sheep with the Tahm Kench standing right next to him.
It's in those Tahm Kench lanes, you have to get used to it, but a lot of times if you really want to all in and you're not going to get both of them,
you really should just focus on the Tahm Kench. Wildtop Meister made a mistake there as well, focusing down on the Lush Sheep when he could have like helped his team focus down Ned Schneebly. So a couple
just sort of like team,
there.
some just sort of team-wide communication things that really matter. See, this is one of those things. If they happen to be paying really close attention, when Nasty Gnome comes over the wall, they're gonna see the post.
Yeah. Nasty Gnome has picked up his Tiamat, so he's clearing a little bit faster. Here we go.
It doesn't seem like they noticed.
Chain of Corruption onto Padova, and there's Nasty Gnome. He's gonna flash away. Summoner Q comes out as well. He's slowed up by the Tongue Lash. There's the Ignite from Nasty Gnome. Padova will fall to the auto attack from Lush Sheep. First blood over to the AD carry piece of Lord's Rebirth. Gets devoured and pulled back out to safety.
Over there, I think he could have gotten away if he didn't go back to that auto.
He probably thought he was dead to the Ignite.
Probably,
but then he realized too late he was going to live. The auto attack came through. Lush Sheep was the one who got first blood.
I think you're right. I think he probably was going to try to get him down, take him down with him, considering it looked like he might go down. That's a hindsight is 2020 thing.
Highly unfortunate.
But Tom's gonna pick up some of the CS out of this tower.
Yeah. Padova with the BF sword and the recurve bow going towards that win on Hurricane. Tyro the Goddess and Serrated Dirk on his opposite number in the form of Lost. There's the Test of Spirit. Tall Guy gonna take a little bit of damage from it. As you know, we'll find a control ward hidden in the river from Team. Now DATV, he feels, oh, I'm a little bit behind where I should be, so I'm just gonna go for some tank stats instead of going straight for the Trinity Force. Gets the Bomby Cinder to go into the Cinder Hulk, delays his Trinity Force power spike just a little bit, but probably ultimately for the better if they're gonna be looking for these big team fights. Wildtop Meister gonna find Nasty Gnome here. There's a lot of damage going down. Nasty Gnome pops the Hallucinate. He's gonna throw out on the Chaos Storm, gets the Command Protect Shield. He's slowed up by the Glimmerlance and he deceives away from the Onslaught of Shadows. A little bit antsy from the jungler of Team. The ATV probably should have known that Deceive was available at that time.
Yeah, because when he went on to Victor there, he just left out of the bush. It wasn't really Deceive.
But Team, they force the jungler away. That means they will be able to pick up Ocean Drake for themselves. It will be secured. Nice smite from DATV. Oh, and now Nasty Gnome, he's actually going himself for the Cinder Hulking champ with that Bomby Cinder as well.
Okay.
Which is, it's not bad. Because Titanic Hydra generally considered the better of the Tiamat upgrades for Shaco anyway. You see most Shacos go for a high damage build, not even opting to finish them. Oh, a lot of damage on the Tall Guy. The ultimate comes down.
Oof.
At Spirit.
Had those tentacles landed on that Spirit before it went away, Tall Guy would have died to that damage. So he's lucky that that thing disappeared mid-animation.
I think he actually got out of range of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he broke the... Yeah,
Bills on Johnzoid is getting ganked by Team. Wildtop Meister able to secure the... Well, actually, it went over to DATV.
Yeah, because of the stream delay, we kind of get to watch a little bit of replay, and that's what I meant. Yeah, what you said. It's when he walked away, just out of the range, it disappeared right before the tentacles went down for the kill.
It will be Tower First Blood in the top lane for Parallelogram. He's gotten so much damage onto it. DATV gonna barrel into him, trying to stop him from taking it. Parallelogram will take it away.
Parallelogram might go down here.
Onslaught of Shadow is not available.
I know it's not available, but the Hecarim did have boots. Alawi had boots, but I think her base movement speed's kind of slow. I don't know. She had no mana. Might have been worthwhile to see if he could take her out.
Either way, however, Yeah, so the Cinderhulk enchant on Nesnium, most Shekos opt not to build a jungle item, just really going for the more damage-oriented Sheko builds.
Good job. Slow, blue buff to John Zoid. Victor shoved up, looks like he's going to start either
Looks like he's looking for a roam
roaming
bot.
or warding.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for a roam bot, but I don't think it's going to happen here.
Roaming and warding. Roading. Ooh, tall guy's in trouble.
Here. He's going to get collapsed on by John Zoid as well. He walks away from it. He's going to throw the death charge onto John Zoid, but he's a little bit caught here. Here comes Parallelogram. He's running away, but he's going to get feared back in. He flashes over the box. He dredge lines away, but the auto attack from John Zoid will secure the kill. Actually, in the bottom lane, Nedge deeply stunned up by the gravity field. He's not quite dead. Wildtop Meister gets the summon and heal, but the tower shot will take him down. The 2v3 outplay by the bottom lane of Pizza Lord Rebirth. They get 2 quick kills thanks to an overextension from both Wildtop Meister and Tall Guy.
Tall Guy was in the river, but he didn't realize that Shaco was in his team's jungle. Shaco came in on him from that side as the mid laner collapsed on him, and when he walked back into that,
he goes in on the John Zoid. John Zoid pops the ghost, but it gets feared back in by the onslaught of Shadow. Shockwave pulls DATV in. He flashes over the wall. Now DATV needs to get back to his tower because Nasty Gnome is in the area.
good team communication there. Just flashing over that wall probably wouldn't have secured your escape, but because the Shaco's like, you know, like, I'm here, I'm coming, I'm here, you know, they talked it out, you know, they end up being, alright, the flash saves his life, even though it's not in maybe the safest direction.
Alright, so this is the point when we're going to see Lost Sheep start to overtake Padova in terms of damage. He's building the lethality, he spikes a lot earlier than Padova will with his crit-based build. Black Cleaver finished off for Parallelogram, as well as the Mercury's Treads.
You can see him popping off a couple of those Qs. He has the blue buff now after he got that lucky kill onto Victor. And, well, lucky because it gives him the blue buff.
Yeah.
And, that's going to help him a lot with his stacking this tier. He can just spam his abilities as he goes. And,
now, this is highly questionable from DATV to go for his Stinger as the first component of his Trinity Force.
Yeah, Phage or Sheen probably would have been better.
Like, both of those two are better.
Or Stinger, usually not the best one to pick up.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like you can say, oh, he only had enough gold for Stinger, because Sheen is less than Stinger. You definitely should have gone for the Sheen first item. It amplifies your dueling power so much.
Alright, Last Sheep, the blue buff did run out, but he's still full health in that tier. It's probably giving the...
Oh, DATV smites early. Nasty Gnome says, thank you very much.
Shield's bad. Probably having a rough time this game. DATV is ahead in CS.
Yep. And that's kind of what you would expect, especially since Nasty Gnome has been ganking so much. It's not evident in the scoreboard, but Nasty Gnome has definitely been ganking quite a bit more than DATV, just not quite as been as successful at securing takedowns.
Oh, she'd get a little bit of poke off on Padova, dropping him to just below half. That means a chain of corruption. That helped.
Well, here we go. Johnson getting ganked up. Dredgeline will be just
that speed boost got her just out of the range. Oh,
highly unfortunate.
Feels bad. Oh, it looks like they're definitely going to make a play onto Alawi here.
Yeah,
she does have Black Cleaver though, and she has a lot of tentacles here.
Tall guy gonna
she
back
hasn't
away.
used the ultimate yet.
There's the ultimate. That charge is gonna knock her into the air. They're putting down a lot of damage, but she's still very tanky. There's Onslaught of Shadows, keeps her away. Wildtop Meister with the Q. A little bit of overkill. I don't know if the Onslaught of Shadows were completely necessary there. Especially since Wildtop Meister was on his way up with full summoners. Or full cooldowns, rather.
Yeah, it looked like she pretty much didn't land with the
yeah, Wildtop Meister moving forward very aggressively. He could have been taken out by a shockwave right there. Nasty Gnome here in the mid lane forces the flash away from Wildtop Meister. DATV barrels into a minion, gets taken down a lot of damage. The laser will land the first proc on the John Zoid.
Yeah, I mean, if Orion is in range, she has some pretty decent.
Yeah, Wildtuff Meister going very low. He turns around with a laser, but the command attack secures the kill for Jonzoid. Wildtuff Meister is
sure
overstepping his bounds.
Didn't stop to cast that ability like he did there.
Well, no,
he would not have been in
the laser doesn't interrupt move commands.
It just looked like he stopped moving for a moment because watch it on the replay. Watch he's walking away.
Oh, the gravity field. Okay.
And he drops gravity field, turns around slightly, and it causes
here we
him
go.
to
And
get hit.
Chanico hits the field goal. Chain of Corruption stops DATV in his tracks, and here comes the teleport coming in from Parallelogram. He's gonna complete it. Pulls DATV Spirit. He flashes with the ultimate. There's the wild growth on the DATV. Parallelogram putting a lot of damage down. It will not be enough with the health picks, but the tentacle will find him. Padova also falls to a piercing arrow deathfire touch from Lost Sheep. 2 more kills over to Pizza Lords of Growth. Parallelogram hold in, but not enough damage from the tower. DATV overstepping his bounds once again. It's taken down by a good teleport from Parallelogram. Now Masino with his clone gonna attempt to finish off this Rift Herald, but despawning in about 13 seconds. Wildtuff Meister.
Honestly, I don't think
Yeah, it's gonna despawn in like 5 seconds right here. He's out of his thing. Oh, yeah, Baron's gonna come out and says, nope, 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 not for you.
Feels bad.
Alright. Well then, significant CS leads in the both solo lanes for Pizza Lords. Oh my goodness. So I was wrong, it's not a Cinderhulk enchant, it's just a Sunfire Cape. Flash Dredgeline on the tall guy, and the depth charge followed up. Chaos Spring went down a little bit prematurely, but Jonzoid locked up, will get taken down. Okay, but now this is very curious.
Cinderhulk, or Sunfire Cape, I see it.
Oh golly. Nasty Gnome, please, you're tilting me. I don't mean to be mean about this, but don't build Sunfire Cape on Shaco. This is just really bad purchase options. And he's going a dagger second? What is he building out of that dagger?
I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. He's building some interesting things. Let's see where he takes
What attack speed item could you possibly build on Shaco that makes this worth it? Alright, Talker gonna get Test of Spirit. There's some damage. Auto actually throws down some damage on the Nedge neatly, and Chanico Scenario was already used. DATV will get the Smite secure over Nasty Gnome, and now Nasty Gnome is in a bad spot. He's gonna pop down Hallucinate, ignites on the DATV, Onslaught Shadows over the wall. He does succeed in fearing him up. Nasty Gnome deceives, trying to juke, but he will take it down by the laser from Wildtuff Meister.
The predictions.
In the top lane, though, second tower went down for Pizza Lords Rebirth. They're sitting 4k gold up, 2 towers in the top lane down already. Okay, DATV gonna get the Whimsy. Chain of Corruption stops him in his tracks. Nedge eats him up and they run away. One piercing arrow away from death here.
Got the 2 daggers. That could be a stinger.
Oh, into Trinity Force?
Potentially. It seems like it's somebody in the chat, Mark, actually, I think, mentioning that he had one in his last game. Is this a thing?
Is Trinity Force Shaco good? I honestly don't know, but I can tell you guarantee that Sunfire Cape Shaco is not good.
Watch LCS next week. Sunfire Shaco with Triforce. New meta. Ooh, just misses.
He actually gets pulled back in by the Shockwave and taken down solo by Jonzoid. Depth Charge is going to come down onto the mid laner, but now Tall Guy's by himself. Padova zoned away by Parallelogram. TomTom is coming around now. Tall Guy just soloing him out. Here comes DATV. He gets caught by the Enchanted Circle. Parallelogram gets barreled into. He's keeping himself alive. Exhaust goes down. TomTom will secure the kill. But on the bottom side, Pizza Lords Rebirth, they take away the mid tower, they take away the bottom tower. There are 4 towers unanswered for Pizza Lords Rebirth now. Team. Really, they're picking up these kills, but they're unable to secure objectives. They're going for it now, but Jonzoid here, Tall Guy, ready to actually land the dredge line onto him. He gets the wild growth as well to keep him CC, and the auto attack will secure it. Padova finds him. DATV uses the Onslaught of Shadows onto both of Nasty Gnome. Nedge neatly and Lost Sheep coming with the Abyssal Voyage, and they clear out the minion wave. Team looks like they will finally secure their first tower of the game here in the mid lane. Tall Guy and Padova just auto-attacking it down.
I'm doing some research to see if this is actually a thing, but I don't think it is, but I'm double checking.
Yeah, so it is going to be a stinger. It will be the Trinity Force coming out from Nasty Gnome.
Unless he wants to blow our minds with the Gnasher's Tooth.
Oh goodness, he has a long sword.
I know.
Okay. The double lethality items now finished off from Lost Sheik. He has the Yomas and the Edge of Night, as well as a tier continuing to stack up. SM3 for Runon's Hurricane finished off for Padova. He's going to be building... he has a longsword, so I'm inclined to believe it's a lifesteal item on Ashe before he finishes off the Infinity Edge. It's going to delay his damage just a little bit, but it's going to be a lot of utility, a lot of safety on this Ashe. Parallelogram pulls Wild Up Meister's Spirit out. He's going to take a lot of damage. He gets barreled into by DATV, and Chain Crystal just short. He's going to survive this one after the flash and make it out of there. Nasty Gnome finds Padova in the brush, and Padova flashes right over the wall. Gets the command protect. There's a lot of damage on the DATV. Tesla Spirit misses. Tall Guy coming across the wall. So Pizza Little Tripper successfully disengaged that one, and it's still 4 towers to 1. Alright, so Pizza Lord Rebirth aggressively invading onto the jungle of Team. The Death Stance finished off for Parallelogram as well. He's going to be sustaining quite a bit. He's also building towards his Spirit Visage for some magic resist that's going to negate a lot of Wildhop Meister's damage. Wildhop Meister has opted for Lichbane after his upgraded Hex Core. Going to give him some of that CDR as well as the empowered damage on his Siphon Power. Parallelogram going to pull out the Spear, but the Dredge Line will pull him back in. Chaos Storm is taking away, but he's sustaining so much with those tentacles. Nedge Needly going very low. The Grey Health not going to be popped until just now. And DATV comes in the backside with the Onslaught of Shadows. Flash Sheik flashes over, and Tentacles finds Nedge Needly. They're going to take him down. And now Nasty Gnome in the back line. He's getting focused on by all the members of Team. He will go down. Double kill over to Padova. Wildhop Meister gets the Test of Spirit. And now he needs to dodge away from the next 3 tentacles that spawn. Wildhop Meister looks like he did survive after the whole Test of Spirit. Jonzoy Birdie CS up over Wildhop Meister. Running for his life away from Parallelogram, who's coming around. They're going to use Parallelogram's teleport into the bottom lane to pick up that wave. He's pulling very far ahead of Tall Guy, but of course, not a lot of initiation on the side of Pizza Lords of Birth. The ATV coming in, no, he's just going to turn himself around. Earth Dragon, the next point of contention. Team. Well, they had position over it, but they're gonna back away from that one. Trying to get the inside trek on this mid lane, but Jonzo is there ready to cut off the minion wave. He's got his Ludens already finished off. UTV trying to zone away the members of Pizza Lord Tripper. There's the Gravity Field. Is gonna stun up Parallelogram just a little bit, but no damage to follow through. Just trying to zone him away. Yeah, and Pizza Lord's Rebirth with the inside track on this dragon, they will get it. Wildhop Meister takes a lot of damage. Shockwave pulls him back in. He will get taken down. No vision for Team there. And Jonzoy picks up an easy one, and they secure the Earth Dragon for themselves. Oh, now TomTom is a little bit caught here. He's gonna come back to the safety of his team, but now Pizza Lord's Rebirth with the inside track on mid. They're going to put down a lot of damage on it. Parallelogram taking it up while they wait for the minions to arrive. Redemption going to go down. Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes wide. The tower's still alive. DATV coming in, but he's by himself. He gets a big curse with the Colossus Shield down. Tall guy on the backside. Death Charge onto Johnzord, who flashes away from it. Lost Sheep will get a redemption up, but he'll take out DATV. Now Tall Guy needs to run for his life, but gets speared back in. They're putting down a lot of damage onto him. Tall Guy falls as well. Johnzord picks up another one. Now Padova running for his life. TomTom trying to keep him alive. Nejneebly taking up the tower as his team goes deep for it. He gets slowed up by the Glitterlands and by the auto attacks. Barely able to survive. Team, they got the burning health bars on the side of Pizza Lord's Rebirth, going very low, but unable to close out any of the kills. They lose both of their front line, going in one at a time, not ready to go in at the same time.
Well, I've yet to find much Mini Shaco builds with the Sunfire, though there are some with Deadmans. The only person I can find who's been using the Sunfire build lately is Shackloon. But Pink Ward doesn't seem to be using it, so I don't know. I mean, it's probably just the play style of Shackloon.
Yeah,
Something he likes.
I can't. I'm failing to see the merit of building Sunfire Cape if you want defensive stats compared to like Deadman's Plate or like a more dedicated tank item.
I don't usually think that OP.GG has as good of stats as Champion GG. Generally, the statistics, a lot of the times I've looked at them at least, maybe it's been different the last couple months, but they kind of fall on like very specific percentages, and they don't really give you the feeling that they look at a lot of games like Champion GG does, but that's beside the point.
So, the Spirit of Visage now finished off for Parallelogram. Despite his kills, KDA, he's actually doing quite a bit in these fights, putting down a lot of damage. Nastium dodges away from DATV's devastating charge, and now they're running because they have Johnzoid in the backside. Lost Sheep and Nejneebly on their way in. So now Pizza Lord's Birthday, Group 5 in the mid lane. I'm wondering what they're going to be trying to do here. It looks like they're looking for a siege into the mid lane tower. This is one of the only remaining outer towers available. Depth Charge goes on the Johnzoid, and the Enchanted Crystal on the Parallelogram. DTV in the backline gets a really nice Onslaught of Shadows. There's the Chaos Storm to assassinate Johnzoid. Shockwave not even used. And now they're burning away in the Chaos Storm, but there's a big Alawi ultimate. They assassinate DATV. Nasty Gnome in the backline, looking for TomTom. He's going to get the damage down. He will find him, but they will fall to Padova in response. Ignite goes down. Parallelogram doing a lot of damage. He's going to find somebody. They found Padova. He's going to get Wild on Meister as well. Now Tall Guy, the only one remaining, and he will fall as well. A nice team fight from Parallelogram turns it around after what looked like a really good engage from Team. Picks up 2 more kills for himself. They ace Team. Lost Sheep and Parallelogram, the only ones alive. Parallelogram going to tank this one up, but I'm not sure if this is really worth it. I guess he's just trying to get some damage onto it while waiting for the minions to get in there. Minions are here now. Will they get this one? I can't see that far. It looks like they do get the in-hit tower, but they now have to back away before the members of Team get back in there. Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming down the mid lane. Will it hit? It's gonna die. No, Parallelogram gets hit by it. Here's DATV, but he doesn't have the devastating charge on Parallelogram. Happy to just walk his way back out there. He actually gets the Tesla Spirit on DATV. He actually ults for it. DATV taking a lot of damage. He takes it. The piercing arrow, death bar, touch. No, but the tentacle finds him. Parallelogram on a killing spree. DATV coming just a little bit too close for comfort. Parallelogram, like I said, his kill score before didn't really reflect how much he was contributing to Pizza Lord's Rebirth, but now 4-2-4, he's looking pretty. Lost Sheep 506 as well. The Rylai is now finished up for Wildhoffmeister. He's hoping that he can try and keep Parallelogram at bay with those slows. I would imagine that's the rationale behind Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Lord Dominique's Regard actually is the pickup for Padova. The Giant Slayer was nerfed a little bit on this patch, but it's still going to be pretty effective against the relatively low armor but high health stacking from Parallelogram, as well as Ned Schneebly. Ultra Birth sitting around the Baron.
Control, like, there still is a ward on it.
Yeah, they know it's not going down. Nastinom actually deceives over the wall, but there's the control ward. He's gonna find TomTom. TomTom running for his life. He actually flashes himself over the wall. Beats a Ultra Birth. Looks like they're gonna take the blast gun over into the Baron pit. Ned Schneebly, the only one left alone, but Pizza Ultra Birth starting off the Baron. Now Tall Guy is gonna find Ned Schneebly, roots him up. Padova coming across the side. Pizza Ultra Birth peel away from the Baron. They'll back away, head back into the mid lane, clear out the wave, and prepare for their next attempted objective. The Ocean Drake spawning. Team has the they have the position on this dragon, but need to be very. Oh, TomTom taken down to below half health now. Picks up some of that honey fruit. And these piercing arrows, you can't just let them keep on coming out. Oh, but Jonzoid gets pulled in by the Dredge line, and Janikos on to Ned Schneebly, also on the shadows into the back line, and Jonzoid will fall. He uses the shockwave, but to very little effect. There he goes. Shut down onto the Jonzoid as well. Nastinom assassinates Padova in the meantime, but now Ned Schneebly and Lost Sheep, where they don't want to be, he's going to get barreled into by DATV. Shutdown goes on to him as well. That's a 4 for 2 in favor of Team, and now they get the Ocean Drake. Oh, but Nastinom, he's actually sitting on a ward. He deceives over the wall. Wild Out Maestro throws the gravity field over.
They really don't have the DPS with these three to take the Baron.
I don't think they do.
They could try it. If it would win uninterrupted, they would do it. Not very quickly.
It would be very slow. Nastinom actually went pretty low. He stole away the Gromp. Almost got executed there.
They were on the dragon. He had vision.
Yeah. Alright, but then, so, Wild Meister are gonna pick up that big wave in the mid lane. They're still sitting down about 3k gold. They're sitting 6 towers to 3. They have an open inhib in the mid lane. They're still definitely on the back foot this game.
Yeah, they have the advantage in dragons, but they're not the dragons that are going to give you as much of a combat advantage.
It does force the Elder Dragon in about 6 minutes.
That's true.
And I would say they have the superior scaling composition. They have 2 tanks compared to 1. They have more CC on their 2 tanks. Actually, I think they have CC compared to none on the side of the top and jungle. Of course, Orianna Shockwave is going to be very good, but Ashe will outscale Varus, especially against a hyper-scaling tank composition. I mean, like, you have a Nautilus and a Hecarim scaling up. You're dealing with lethality 80 carry, not gonna be able to take down tanks as well. DATV has a Sterix Gauge. He's actually picked up 2 Chain Vests. I'm not sure if that was an accident or if he's planning to build into Dead Man's Plate and Thornmail or maybe something like that. But this one gets pulled in, and now Wild Out Meister putting out some damage. He actually falls. Shockwave not even going to be used, even though the animation went down. Wild Out Meister flies him away from Parallelogram. Chaos Storm is burning away on him, and Whimsy will take him down. Double kill over to Wild Out Meister. Now Ned Schneebly gonna get pulled in by Tall Guy. The redemption was just a little bit too late to save the other one's life. Ned Schneebly now getting jumped on. He's at about half health, but he's still got great health. He pops it now. DTV focusing him down. He's actually turning away because he's like, oh, we got this guy. Lock into the Iron Solar, use the second great health, but it doesn't matter. Wild Out Meister on a rampage. 9, 5, and 4. Yeah. They actually shut down Lost Sheep again off the backside by Padova and TomTom.
They have all 5 members up. This would be a very easy Baron, but they want the turrets.
Yeah, they want the turrets. Don't want to risk Nastinom coming in for a steal, possibly. They say, oh, he can't stop us from taking towers. He can definitely, potentially steal the Baron.
They're looking for the inhib, which is what I would value probably.
Yeah, the inhib definitely more valuable than a Baron, assuming they can get it, which they can.
And it's just that getting the inhib can even play a big part towards helping you get the Baron later. But taking the inhib now, that's just, that's something that's pushing towards your ability to win the game. It's opening up. If the enemy team loses a fight, you win the game after something like that.
So, after Morella Luden's, Johnswood went for the Zanya's Hourglass, which I can understand, wanting to be able to Zanya's off some of the damage.
Especially with the the Hecarim and the Nautilus focusing in every fight.
Yeah. But he bought a Rylai's Crystal Scepter, which hasn't been really standard on Orianna for quite a while.
Yeah, the LCS builds don't usually have it.
Yeah, Rylai's Crystal Scepter, not really that effective on Orianna, especially since Chain of Corruption actually used to try and catch DATV there. But
just a little too fast.
The main reason you used to build it before is just because you it was just so gold efficient in terms of stats, not even really like passive. And so now that it's been nerfed and the passive even itself nerfed as well, then not really what you want to get on Orianna. You want to get the Void Staff so you can start shredding through the Nautilus.
Do auto attacks in Pirate? Do they? No,
I don't think they do. They might. I could be wrong there. But even so, definitely not worth it. The Void Staff would be helping him damage down this unkillable Nautilus. The Rabadons either also would give you more shielding as well as increasing damage. Oh, and Chain of Crystal finds Lost Sheep! Also, the Shadow dodged away by Nedge Neatly's Devour. Lost Sheep flashes over the wall, and now Nasty Gnome in the back line, but he will get taken down. They're doing a lot of damage. Redemption keeps them all healthy. Nedge Neatly will fall as well. DTV on a killing spree. They find 2 more kills. Nasty Gnome and Nedge Neatly falling down in the fight. That's the jungler down. Parallelogram gonna pull in DTV Shadow. He gets the ultimate off, and DTV now running for his life. He will get the wild grip, but not enough. Padova falls as well. Tonga flashing away. Wildmeister kiting back as well. He uses the ghost. Now he's running around. Parallelogram now falls as well. Wildmeister dodges away from the shockwave, and Jonzoid will get rooted up. He's gonna Zanya's in place. Gravity Field drop just to secure. No, he flashes away from it. Flash over from Dogeye. Pulls him back in, and Wildmeister goes godlike. 12, 5, and 5.
Nice flash there on the side of Tall Guy, actually. Well, actually, Orianna's flash was nice too, don't get me wrong. But the flash, like, right after that in response with the hook, I thought that hook was going to miss. Yeah. So, nice.
Lost Sheep now yobbing the Yomish. He's like, oh no, there's a big scary Nautilus chasing me down.
Right, both teams give up back. They got, you know, the advantage off of that fight, but they didn't get.
Yeah, Parallelogram is still very much a threat. Able to zone out completely the carries of Team. They were able to take him down in the end.
Yeah, if they just need to retreat a little bit faster away from these ultimates. Because they kind of hesitate, they kind of try to kite, they try to poke on their way out of there.
He was the Guardian Angel. That was the second chain vest. The next one probably going towards the Dead Man's Blade, I would assume. Syrinx Gauge is an interesting one. It's by no means bad on Hecarim, but it's a little bit greedier than going something like Spirit Visage.
Yeah, no,
and also
it's a little
you don't
bit greedier. It's just one of those things where you're like, I want the damage, you know?
And also, you're only sitting on 20% CDR right now on the Hecarim, when the Spirit Visage would actually bump you up to 30.
I mean, Hecarim has good synergy with the Spirit Visage too, between that W that gives him, you know, deceptive stuff.
Ooh, Driftline gonna find Nedge Neatly. It's all you can. They're gonna back away from that one.
But they swept several of those wards with that.
Channing going out to try and find Nasty Gnome. He does finish his recall just before it hits him.
That feels bad.
They were looking for a pick, but now it looks like Team starting off on this Baron. There's the hawk shot. Wildmeister dodging away from that one. Parallelogram gets the command protect. Tall Guy actually taking quite a bit of damage here. The Redemption is going to come down. Actually, the Baron secured by Team, and Jonzoid gets hit by Drexline again. Dop charge knocks up both of the solo laners there. Jonzoid, nice shockwave, and the Zanyas. Wildmeister did live, however, thanks to a nice lock-in. He will fall to Nasty Gnome. Padova kind of kite back. Wow. He will take him down. Shutdown goes over. DATV chasing down Lost Sheep. There's the Edge of Night. He will fall to it. Nasty Gnome is looking for it. Padova has the shield. He has to back away now.
Padova did a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's got the Infinity Edge now finished off.
Shit.
So he's critting for quite a bit. Nedge Neatly and Tall Guy fighting away with each other, but here comes DATV and Padova gets pulled in by the dredge line. Nedge Neatly gonna get jumped on by a lot of members, and the Enchanted Pistolero just to take him down. No great help for you. Team running it down mid. They're gonna get the inhib once again. 4 members still dead. Nasty Gnome, the only remaining person alive.
They have 20 seconds minimum starting right now. And so they've got a lot of time to bring this wave in here and try and pick this up. Shaco doesn't have a lot of wave clear against these Baron minions right now.
This is going to be
probably
it.
the game.
Team will secure the first Nexus Tower. The second one falls shortly after, and no one alive to help Nasty Gnome. Team takes the win over Pizza Lord's Rebirth.
Wow, that last fight, pretty much what made the difference was Padova did such a good job at kiting away from the Alawi, and even though Alawi almost got him, he did a lot of damage. He did that a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Alawi, holy shit.
Yeah, Alawi was so tanky. He actually had full build by the end of the game, but just unable to 100-0 Padova before he was able to lifesteal and start critting him down. And after all his burst is gone, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Anyways, that will be the game in favor of Team. They put themselves 2-0. Pizza Lord's Rebirth fall down to 1-1. We'll be getting to the next game of Platinum Cap for you after the break. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in just a few minutes.